Well, you want to just jump into it?
I suppose so.
All right. Here we go, and here we go, and here we go. Desusan to George Should've cross the little way.
Howdy.
Hey there, George. Where, how you doing?
I could be doing better, but this is probably my peak. How you doing, man?
Uh, yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm a little well, I feel a little funny, so I might not go I might try to shoot for a slightly lesser time. I've been little burned out today.
I can actually shoot for a longer time, so hopefully all averages out. You know,
Well, well, that'll be nice. Uh, I found it. I found it. Have you ever heard of Simax acetate?
Spinax acetate, right?
Sinex. No,
Sinex?
no P in it. Sinex acetate.
No, never heard of it. First
Oh,
time in my life, right here, right now.
oh,
I'm hearing about this miracle product.
yeah, it's a medical product, all right. I had some around, and I took a little bit much of it. For the pep, and uh, haven't been uh, sleeping, and I've been fixated on this thing all day. While I do other stuff, I did other stuff, but I've been watching closely like a hawk. I've been watching this day trade, and by the end of market close and all that jizzy biz, I was feeling so wired that I decided to have not a whole lot, but a number of wine to kind of bring the world down a little bit. So that's why I want to shoot for less. Uh, you know, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean.
I hear what you're saying. I'm actually shooting for more because I'm drinking some leftover beers right now.
Oh well, yeah, I had
Narragansetts.
yeah, I had wine. The Simex acetate is a it's an un uh, uh, approved uh, brain enhancer, and I think maybe I took a little much because it just sort of gets that thrill in your throat and back. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
Yeah, yeah. So I just sort of want to sit on the toilet for 40 minutes, looking at the inside of my hands as I hunch over and breathe deeply. That's my highest ambition in life right now.
Mm. Sounds like a good ambition. At least you can reach that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I wasn't able to get the day trade. You know, I lost on it, but earlier on I was ahead, and I just got greedy and pushed it too much, and then it
Mm.
dropped, and so I doubled down, and then it dropped more, and I tripled down and quadrupled, and I think I did it about four times because I wanted a lesser raise to bring me back.
Buy
Um,
low, sell high, right?
that was the attempt, but I I didn't come out, but it wasn't like devastation, but it wasn't quite even. So I
Yeah.
wasn't able to I was able to uh prevent horrible losses. It was a very small loss, but I was very focused on it all day.
Well, at least you minimized your losses. That's more than most can ask for.
Yeah, yeah. I was following a company that is developing treatments for monkeypox.
Oh yeah.
Since it's big in the news, it's sort of a catalyst, and it's been having some pretty big bounces. But today was just sort of bad.
Well,
So
hopefully they develop a cure for that soon.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you have monkeypox, George?
I might.
Well, then stay the hell away from. Well, you don't come any closer.
Yeah, like I got like a wart on my finger that just won't quit.
Yeah, yeah. What do you? I, I was gonna ask what you've been doing with the finger, but I retracted immediately because Lord knows I would rather not have that information.
Yeah. Well, it's been there since before, the monkeypox. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, so you're just normally filthy.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it. I'm doing the cold treatment and the acid on it. So it's
Just bite
going
it
down a
off.
bit. Huh?
Bite it off.
Yeah, I might have to resort to that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Protein.
yeah, go animal style.
Oh yeah, yeah. George the Animal Shooter do Norman the Norman. So it's very much in your bailiwick to take a big chomp out of a wart. It seems like something you do.
Yeah, I might just amputate the finger.
Yeah. Well,
So
you know, don't do that. What's the
this
latest, George?
might
What?
go ahead.
Oh,
What's
well,
the question?
I was going to prompt you to give a happy little shout out.
Oh, a shout out. New
Yeah.
York City, New York.
Oh my gosh,
New
you're
York, New
the big
York.
guns today.
Yeah.
It's up to you, New York, New York. If you
Apparently they
can
have the
make it
most ignorant
there,
people in the world.
say that again.
They have the most ignorant people in the world.
I uh uh no, no, they don't. It's a beautiful city with beautiful people waking up to say bonjour, New York. We love you here on the podcast. And George is just funning with good old New York, New York.
All right, San Francisco, California. They
Hey,
have the most ignorant people
that
in the world.
It's a great town. Everybody likes it. Hey, San Francisco, how you fellas doing? I hope everything's well and beautiful,
Hollywood,
sunny
California.
Hollywood, California. Hope you guys are well and squeaky clean and happy to be alive today, this beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah, well, like the reason I shouted out New York today was I was watching this video of this guy asking New Yorkers basic questions about history.
Right.
Not a single New Yorker got it. It's like jaywalking, but like worse.
You know what they do in those is it wouldn't be
It's called editing, right?
yeah, it wouldn't be entertainment if you ask somebody a question and they just answer it. So they pick people that do a little oopsie goof and probably have them sign a waiver, and everybody has a good laugh about how they had a brain fart and couldn't answer a question. So
Well, let me ask you a question.
uh,
How many states are there in America?
oh gosh, now by now I imagine it's growing every day. Uh, how many did we pick up today? Two or three, four or five today?
How many stars are on the flag?
Oh, at least as many the states, maybe more. You can never have enough stars. That's what I always say.
Hmm.
Oh gosh, golly gee whiz. Look at all those stars. It just makes me
It's like a
Makes
whole
me want to.
constellation, right?
So it's a constellation. What is that? It's like looking at the clouds. Is that
A grid in the sky.
it's a great grid in the sky. It's just the Milky Way. You know, do you know that we will over time the beautiful Milky Way, which we all know and love, is going to merge with the larger galaxy Andromeda. How do you feel about that, George? You excited to see all the
I have no
Andromedas?
opinions on this.
I think we're calling it Milky Andromeda, and I am fine with that.
This is something that does not affect my life in any way.
Well, it might. I've been thinking when you pass on, I've been arranging for your head to be excavated and put in a jar and revived, put on a shelf in a little museum. So
Yeah, the Ted Williams treatment. Yep.
yeah, you might be around to see the beautiful conflagration of space matter, the
Well,
glorious
if
sky
I'm
dance.
around then,
Yeah,
so be it, you know?
you will be. You just have to sit there and wait for it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm looking forward to it then.
All right. Well, all right. You heard it here first, folks. Uh, George is a big fan of Milky Andromeda, and shouts out all those wonderful Andromedinians. Thank you, everyone.
Shout out to Houston, Texas. That's where NASA is.
Hey, well, I'm all about liking NASA. Those guys,
Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, Alabama.
I think they have a bunch of NASA stuff out there too.
Well, I mean, who could blame them? If you ask me if I want a bunch of NASA stuff, I'd give you the A-OK. You know what I
You
mean?
know, but if I had my way, and I could actually make shout outs I'd actually like to make. I'd like to make a shout out to National Park, New Jersey.
National Park, New Jersey. All right. Is that a town or a national park with a
It's a
very
town.
conspicuous name?
It's a town it's like right by Philadelphia,
Okay.
the
Well,
Philadelphia area.
National Park, sunny, beautiful, and happy National Park. I hope everybody's well and happy in
Jackson, New Jersey.
Jackson, New Jersey.
That's where Zach Wild is from.
Zach Wild, the wildest of the wilds. Hope he's
Yeah.
the Jersey guys all ready and happy.
Yep. Black Label Society, you know.
Shout out to the
Playing for Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne. Just well done, you guys.
They're probably pretty close, Jackson and National Park.
Oh
Probably
yeah,
same area.
Best of friends, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You were telling me something the other day or yesterday or a day, about a particular social faux pas, and you seem to feel very strongly about it. I
didn't feel very strongly about it.
Oh, you were desperately sincere. Will you explain that to me and all the beautiful people?
Well, let's say that like you're on a date with a lovely lady, right?
I like it already. This is a happy time.
You go on a fancy dinner, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Right, and then you order a little bit too much, more than you can finish that night.
Understandable. That happens. That can happen to anyone.
Oh yeah. Well, do you order you ask the waiter for a doggy bag?
So hypothetically, right? Lovely lady, first date, expensive place. I order too much.
Sure.
And I don't finish it all. And do I ask the waiter for a doggy bag? Is that
Yep.
Am I understanding you right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Of course I do. Yeah.
I see.
it was a lovely meal, and I didn't finish it all, so I'll have some later. Seems like a fine thing to do.
Yeah, that's
This
where
is the easiest
you and
dilemma
I
I've ever
differ.
had to. What?
That's where you and I differ.
Differ in what way? Do
I would
you get two
not
doggy?
order the doggy bag.
I am shocked. I am shocked and amazed. Explain yourself.
Well, like it just looks tacky if you
I-
on a first date ask
In
for a doggy bag,
in
you know.
what way is it tacky to continue owning the food you bought until you've finished eating it?
It's a little too quote unquote frugal.
Frugal.
It's not the kind of impression you want to make on a first date.
In what way would it offend anyone that you take leftovers? I it 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 doesn't make any sense how anybody would be offended by.
Well, I wouldn't be offended by it,
Well,
but I think it's something like, personally, if I was on a date and like the lady asked for a dog, like for the leftovers, like I wouldn't care at all. But if she, on the other, if the shoe was on the other foot, like if the man asked for a doggy bag, it would be some sort of signal that he's like some sort of quote unquote frugal guy.
I I mean, well, there's two points. I mean, there's more than 2 points, but I'm going to say 2 points right now. I shall list them. Uh, what? Oh, okay. How is frugality a negative thing? One, and two, I've already bought the food. What is it frugal about me to continue to own the thing that I bought until I've finished using it?
I mean, you're making like good points that are very logical,
Well, thank you.
but there's nothing logical
Owned,
about
folks. Owned.
yeah, I've been
Shooter
owned.
doesn't know what to say.
No, but like
he's been pwned.
I have been pwned,
Yeah.
but that's not how it works during dates
Drop
and
the
stuff.
mic. Drop the mic.
No, I'm picking it right back up.
Well, is that frugal picking the mic up? Why don't you just go
Of
buy a new
course,
mic?
you
Why
have to
don't you just
pay a
go
little.
buy a new mic?
No, no, no. There's no ladies around.
Behind door? No, there's not. What does she care? Like, so
It's
I
just a
don't.
subconscious. It's just more of a subconscious sort of thing. Although I'll have to admit, I've never been on a date in my life, so
Oh
I really
no.
know too
Oh
much about
no.
this stuff. So
I didn't know this was going to be an episode of what was that lady who was on the television the same time, and it was like a Jerry Springer show, but
Jenny Jones,
Jen, and maybe it might be Jenny Jones. I shouldn't ask because I don't actually know her name. I didn't know this was
Sally,
gonna the what
Sally Jesse Raphael,
Sally just I didn't know this was going to be a Sally Justy Raphael episode. A very
Ricky Lake.
wholesome Ricky Lake. I think it was Ricky Lake. Pretty fly for a Ricky Lake. I didn't know that this was going to be a very special episode of the podcast where we really get down to the nitty gritty and talk to Shooter about his desperate loneliness.
This is my main source of income. So go on the Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon. This guy who was just nigh ago saying of the social problems of the virgins now reveals to us on a very special episode filmed in front of a live studio audience of the Pudcast Terrible that he himself has never been on a date, and there is not a dry eye in the entire house.
I didn't really think about it that way, but I guess it is pretty sad if you
It's
say it that
so
way.
it's I don't want to draw too many conclusions. It's not that it's that case. It's not that you haven't been on a date and you haven't understood the special magic that two people can share, but more that you mention it as a personal failing and devastating problem. Do you, would you like to cry just a little bit for the trailer?
Yeah, let's like leave at let's leave the next 5 minutes for crying.
All right, go.
All right. I think I cried it all out.
That, no, well, that was the shortest 5 minutes of my life.
All
Uh,
right.
well, um, all right. Well, let me help with one little a couple things, just to make you feel better about the world. Um, First, it doesn't mean that there is anything wrong with you. We all have our journey, and not having the special magic that two people can share, you just haven't found the right special friend. And if you do find the right special friend, I'm sure she won't mind that if you order a little bit too much food, uh, if you decide to take it home and have some later, I'm sure she'll accept you
Well,
just the way you are.
I'm
I
sure
feel like
that
we've grown.
like if I go on a date, like uh I wouldn't want to like be carrying around like a little bag of like leftovers the rest of the night, you know?
Yeah,
That's that's also a big concern.
well, I wouldn't say big concern because people just like carry stuff around, but uh, I I kind of I don't want to carry that around, and then I'd rather eat a hamburger that I took from a place than a hamburger that I've been walking around with for 3 hours,
Hamburgers
taking it
are
for.
like I would never like ask for a hamburger leftover at all under any circumstances. Hamburgers are the worst leftovers, and
They're, they're fine.
you
And
can
if you don't
give.
want to eat the hamburger, you could probably use it
Then
as part
throw
of
it
the
out.
stew.
If you're not
No,
gonna finish the hamburger, throw that shit out. Well, sorry about the cursing. Yeah, make a note of it so you can edit it out. But like
yeah,
throw that trash out. If you're if you have a hamburger and not finishing it, throw it out. It's not worth it. Like hamburgers are meant to be eaten fresh.
well,
Warm
life's
warm bun,
unpredictable.
hot patty, cold tomato, cold onion, cold lettuce.
Yeah.
Like after a certain amount of time, they've like all these ingredients, they've coalesced into a different into like a certain temperature, so it's not even worth eating after that.
Well,
Like why eat something with warm lettuce?
well, not
Okay, have
only
you ever reheated a burger and it was
it,
like satisfactory?
I'm
Like a
fine with.
reheated burger is trash.
I don't reheat leftovers. I just eat it cold.
Mm.
Uh, if I went out on this fancy date and I at the ritzy place, I got a meal of several hamburgers and I took some home. I would either eat the hamburgers cold or I might chop them up and use them in a stew.
A stew,
Yeah,
hamburger stew.
uh, yeah. I mean, that'd be fine.
You
That'd be
know,
that'd be just
like
fine.
if I ordered like more hamburgers than I could eat, and there was some left over, you know what I'd do on a date?
I don't.
I would be like, hey, that's garbage. I ordered more than I could eat. I'll take the L on that one. I'm not gonna try to maximize my every uh every restaurant order I have.
Yeah, I guess, I don't see a problem with it. It's fine.
I mean, like, I would rather like have my hands free for the rest of the night than hold on to like a
Ho ho
clearly
ho
inferior
ho ho ho.
product.
You got some high hopes there, pal.
Well,
Don't
I
don't don't put the cart ahead of the horse now. You don't
yeah.
you might not need your hands free. I don't think you should be obsessed with that. I think you should just try and have a nice time and appreciate
Yeah.
the human being you're spending time with.
And like
Don't worry about
I
what
think
you're carrying around.
if I had my hands free, I'd have a nicer time.
Oh, yeah, cart before the horse there, old friend. You gotta don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh.
I think you could just try to have a nice conversation. Don't put
Yeah.
any other motivations into it. Just have a nice time.
You know what Jerry Seinfeld said about this?
You mentioned it, yeah.
Like, if you're gonna ask for a doggy bag on a date, you might as well ask the waiter to wrap up your genitals because you're not gonna need them for a while.
Well, Seinfeld is a classic sitcom. It set a high standard for perhaps other sitcom. I think what's the English one? Peep Show. Whoa,
Peep
uh,
show, that's
never,
that's a good one.
Peep Show, or the other one with the guy who also made Seinfeld, is sort of a rich.
Oh, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah. So it's there's no doubt that it has made a mark on the culture, but you do not uh, need to consider it a source of education. I would suggest that you do further research and not just based all of your life expectations on what you saw on Seinfeld.
Well, Seinfeld in that instance just confirmed a something I actually kind of thought. Like I would like as like a conscious human being, I would never ask for doggy bags on a date.
It just doesn't
And
match
and like
up
the
as
reason like
a.
Seinfeld like resonated with so many people is that he articulated all these unspoken rules that everyone knows but no one's ever said before.
Yeah, well, I mean, that may be the case in some circles, but there's no. I mean, I don't see the reason for it. Why would you throw out good food? Why would you, George Shooter, the Animal Nolan, throw
Well,
out good
the
food?
language of love
Yeah,
it does not respect any logic. You know what I'm saying?
I uh, I hope that's not the case.
It is the
Ooh,
case.
oh no.
Like
Uh,
love and all that stuff. That's beyond logic.
oh well, mentioning love for your dinner date is also putting the cart ahead of your horse. I don't think you should have such high expectations for this glorious magic that two people can share, which I'm sure you will experience if that is your interest. Uh, you know what, George? I think we've had a rewarding time, but I have to go to the bathroom. I think just to hang out for a minute. So
All right.
let's wrap this up, and then I can assume you'll see yourself out without stealing my keys or mints or anything.
So you want to end this cast and then
Oh, it's I feel like there's been quality over quantity, and I just I want to take a break for a minute. So George, thank you so much for your insights. I have faith in you. You're gonna do it. Uh, and
well, if we're not gonna like get back on the Zoom call, I'd like
It's
to
in
make
the
a quick
Zoom
shout out.
call. We're in the dang studio. You
Oh yes,
you
of course.
such and such Zoom call, not a sponsor. He's trying to court sponsorship, I'm sure.
All right.
It's,
Keep like what was it like keep this point of was it keep this point of the session in mind when you edit this edit stuff out. But I'd like to make a quick shout out to Teos, New Mexico.
all right. That sounds. I like those guys. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, Teos, and Teos to you, George. So we'll see you next time.
All right. Well, we'll have for all the people out there keeping it G style, keep it G style. You know.
All right. Well, I know I will. So until next time. Bye bye.
All right.